Thank you for joining. Today we're going to take a quick look at Task Management, which is Longview's latest offering. Task Management can be used to go ahead and keep together all of the tasks a tax department, or any department for that matter, needs to complete with any of their filings or any tasks that need to be completed. So we'll take a quick look by starting off on our Task Management tab. On the left-hand side, you'll notice it's a new offering in a separate tab. We have three banners associated with it: the Home, the Data Collection, and Administration. I will begin by coming to Data Collection and opening up our tax tasks themselves. Okay. So our tax tasks, again, is just an area where you can go ahead and list all of the filings or all of the tasks that need to be completed by the department. You'll notice when I opened mine up, I had mine grouped by category. So having them grouped by category will provide us with a bold line item, followed by all of the information grouped by the category, which would be my first column. Okay. To see a list of all of the information that we have set up in the system here, I can come back and just ungroup my information by selecting a blank workspace area here. And this will bring us to our starting point for our tax tasks. With tax tasks, you can list all of your information by using the various columns that we have here in the Task Management application. You can indicate categories, and these are user-defined, so you'll see I have some as income tax, estimates, extensions, sales, and use, but you can set up tax provision ones, audit ones, or any other category that you'd like to see here. I also have my entities included here, and you can go ahead and leverage your tax provision entity listing to be part of your tasks as well. We include jurisdiction levels, jurisdictions, and you can provide your own description as to what the actual task is. And off to the right, we have additional columns to include tax periods, due dates, start and completion dates. If you'd like to include form numbers or tax types, you can indicate those here as well. And these are all going to be generated by drop-down lists, which we'll take a look at in just a minute. You also have the availability to indicate if there's any tax due. You have the options of a payment or a refund here. And once you select the tax due, you can also populate the method, the amount, and when that information was processed. There's options to include addresses, any notes. If you want to save any attachments with the task, for example, if a form has been filed, you can attach that form directly here, or a copy of the check. And then last but not least, we've also included an area for workflow as well. So you have the option of turning on workflow just by checking the box, and then selecting the preparer, reviewer, and approver from drop-down lists. So I'll just go ahead and select my John Smith user here, which is an example in my demo environment. And you can also update the status of each task as well, whether it's not started, in progress, submitted for review, or already approved. So these are just some of the column headings that we have available to you here. You also have the option of going ahead and hiding any of these columns as well if they are not applicable to you. Every user can set up their own layout. So for example, maybe I don't need to be using my forms. I can just simply right-click on the form column and select hide, and that column will go ahead and be removed from my view. Another way to look at the information, I'm just going to scroll back to the left-hand side here. Maybe instead of starting off with my categories, I prefer to look at my jurisdictional level to be my first line item that I'd like to see. So I'm just going to go ahead and drag and drop my jurisdiction level to be between my task ID and category. And it will automatically update this for us so that my jurisdiction level will be my first column. You also have the availability to go ahead and sort all of the columns as well. Just click on that column and it will sort that by the column heading, so in this case by jurisdiction level. You can also sort by multiple columns as well, just by holding the Shift key. So holding the Shift key and clicking on the category column, which is my third column here, it will go ahead and sort by jurisdiction level as well as by category. And you know that a column has been sorted by the arrow at the top center of the column itself. You also have the availability to go ahead and filter your data as well. To filter the information, just turn on your filters up top from the menu bar. And then in each category, you'll see the drop-down list appear, the drop-down arrow. So clicking on the arrow will provide you with the information here. I'm just going to uncheck my Select All here, and we'll just narrow in on our state items. And it's now gone ahead and updated our information for our state-only items. I can further filter by coming to category and selecting only the income tax items to be shown as well, so I can further filter the information also. So you have lots of options on going ahead and changing about the data so that it's in the best view possible, but you never have to worry about any of the information being changed without your consent or deleting any information accidentally. I'm going to come back to my layout option up top here in the menu bar. If for any reason I want to go ahead and reset the layout to the original look, I can just click on Layout Reset, and it will take me back to my original look and feel. It will remove all of my filters for us, so we still have the option to filter, but it'll take us back to that full listing as well. And you can always group by any of the column headings that we've seen in the system. Just come to the Group by List here, and you'll notice all of the column headings are indicated here. So you can go ahead and select if you want to group by entity, by jurisdiction, if you want to do it by preparer. I'm going to go ahead and select entity for us here. And I'll just set up that groupings for us by taking our entity number and pulling it to the left-hand side. So we'll see a separate row there. And then we'll see all of the tasks that are associated with that entity down below. So there's many different ways that you can set up the task management. Every user has the ability to go ahead and configure the view so that it's in the way that best pertains to them, whether it's by grouping the information or filtering the information. But you have that ability to go ahead and keep one listing of all of your information in one spot, and then change the views to be in the way to best suit each user's needs. In addition to the tasks itself, we also have a calendar available. And on the calendar, the information will be listed by due date. So you'll see I have some due dates coming up on July 21st as well as the 25th. So you have a very high-level look of the information that is coming up, so you know you have some tasks that need to be completed soon. You can also use the security features in Longview to go ahead and limit the tax tasks that each user sees so that only the ones that pertain to them are the ones that they also see on the tax tasks. That's a very quick high-level look at our task management application today. Thank you for your time.